a lot to talk about on some new changes that are coming. Oh, forgot to add, keep forgetting to add the company in there. Kenneth Bird from Crystal Edge Technology Screens and our new company we're building right now, which is called the Black Series Edition.com. God, I'm used to saying that Crystal Edge Technology Screens. So we're going to be doing we got to update all the videos, most of the videos on the site for Crystal Edge Technology Screens. If you notice, if you've been on there, you will see that some changes have been happening, background changes, we've added some different forms of 3D effects to the screen, so that's getting updated. At the same time, we're building the other site. Yesterday we had to do intros. These are all done, demonstrations that are done for the site. We still have more of those to do. I'm going to be doing a demonstration on black versus black, black paint versus our product and fabric and all that stuff. For the website, we're going to be doing some sports demonstrations, some movie demonstrations, which I'm hoping we keep them short and sweet so we don't get hit with any copyright strikes. But if we do, we usually get minimum one, so it's not pretty that bad. Make sure we don't play any copyrighted music, stuff like that. Try to follow along guidelines and keep it short and sweet. A friend of mine who's a major promoter is interested in getting on board with this company. He has a lot of pull. He can get us permission to be able to show those intros, by, talking to these particular companies. So that's going to be fantastic right there. Gaming trailers, all that stuff, we'll get access to. And the reason why we're pushing to get LLCs and corporate licenses for both companies, because this gives us a lot of push and a lot of movement when we're going to be out there or even online to do certain things. Now, we're going to be setting up downstairs a small little gaming studio down there. Bringing down a few of my things from upstairs that I have, collectibles and stuff like that, to dress it up a bit downstairs, because I want to get ready to start doing demonstrations and intros for the gaming technology that we have, which is that Fusion Gamer. And also too, like I said, you're going to see demonstrations popping up for the ceiling, for the floor. We're going to do some demonstrations on 39s, 44s. All those have to be redone so we can have a more professional spin-off, a more professional look to it, to the site. Keep in mind, I'm going to be offline, so I'm going to be connecting and in business meetings and all that other good stuff, and there are going to be people going to these particular sites, and these sites have to look top notch. I have a friend of mine who customizes intros. I completely forgot about that. I've met so many people, so much stuff. This is the time I'm going to start calling on you, because again, just need a few things from you to get some things taken care of. Now, a friend of mine does intros professionally. He's going to be doing our intros to come on our pages, intros for this, intros for that. I have to contact somebody for business cards. We need portfolios, all that stuff. It's going to be needed. So when we drop offline, we're going online too, but at the same time, when I'm conducting business there, it's very important that I have very nice business cards. And again, Mr. Bird has to dress up, which means I'm going to do a little shopping. I got to go over and pick up my suits. So, yep, it's going to look nice. It's going to be good to go. So I'll be able to mingle with the crowd, be out there to test this is why these tests are extremely important, because we will be tested when we're out there. Same thing we're tested on here. And in these areas when we test that, they're going to ask about black paint and black fabric and all that stuff, certified screens. We could be dealing with a company that may have had a contract with Elite Screens for years. We have to be able to walk into that facility and show that we are better than them and more affordable in order to take over that. So this is why tests are very important. Can't be walk offline. It's a little different than online. It's a little bit more brutal. You got to back your stuff up. You're talking to somebody face to face when you're doing this, and they're going to see you demonstrate your products right on hand. So again, as I said before, and I explained this so many times for the naysayers, I'm sorry to bring you up in this, but if our products were fake, it'd be virtually impossible for us to do this. Impossible. So the fact that I can go walk into a board meeting or go into a business event and go to a showroom and display this technology offline where people can come in and see it, I can talk to them. Again, the technology we have to work to do that. So I already know what your plans were to begin with when y'all first started out seeing this amazing technology, was to try to tear down as much as possible, so that way you can give it a bit of a bad reputation, so that way it couldn't take off. But again, I can't explain to you enough. See that technology standing before you? That technology came from my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And again, his blessings are unstoppable, which means the devil himself couldn't even stop it. Now, with that being said, let's get that out of the way. We got things in business to take care of. I got a few demonstrations for the ceiling, which have a couple of companies that are very interested in ceiling projection technology. Ooh, yes, they are. And the fact that they can have all their lights on, still conduct business, and that screen's not going to wash or fade out. And the beautiful thing about it is you don't have to spend the money for expensive projectors. They think it's very expensive. That's what I love about it. We come offline or even online. We bump into companies or customers who thinks it's very expensive to have these setups, and it's not. It's very affordable. So the problem is that the companies they were dealing with was making it very expensive, extremely expensive. So we have a lot to do right now. My videos loaded up on my website, so I'm adding those on the websites where we're going to be changing in the marketplace. You will see links popping up in the marketplace. The first one already has one. It's a 2.0, already has a link. So that link basically will direct you directly to all test demonstrations. We will have in those links paint on demonstrations, paint and dry, not paint a screen and then wait till the next video. No, that nonsense. Actually paint, dry a screen like we're doing batch numbers. You also see batch number demonstrations within those links and other cool stuff. Also to the black versus black demonstrations, which is very important because the customer can come and go, bam, okay, I buy this product. I got a video, live video showing the product versus black paint. There you go. It kills all that curiosity. The product is designed for outdoors. Demonstrations of it outside. Demonstrations below. So give them so they can see a couple minutes, not something real long, but a couple minutes. We can see ultra short. They can see all these displays before they purchase the product. I like to make sure my customers are well informed before they purchase something. This is the reason why we have so much information on the site. And that's why. It's another thing that is extremely important when you're developing a website, that the customers are getting a ton of information, not little bits of information sprinkled all over the page, much like Jiminy's on the top of a cupcake. Have to be able to back the product. Very important.
Sure.
What are we doing? No. You can have your fish, but you're not playing in this area today. You're playing right over there. You got that whole section for yourself. That is you. That's Taco Land. Stay in Taco Land. My cat decided that he was to bring his fish in this section to play. No, back there. Go ahead. Come on, Taco. Go back there and get your fish. No problem playing with your fish. We don't want you over here. Isn't that crazy? It just came out of a commercial. I'm setting it up because this is driving me nuts. They just came out of a commercial. To go back to the beginning, to go into a commercial. All right, so we're doing the gaming setup downstairs. I'm going to be putting in the new floor. As I'm talking about, I'm going to be putting the cover for the new floor, covering up some things, throwing a bunch of LED lights in there, bringing some of my gaming stuff downstairs so we can do the demonstrations for that. After we're finished with this screen is going to be coming down today. It's going to be converted into that limited edition black technology. That's the one that has its own personal shopping cart. These are ones that are actually when you want to do somewhere around 5 or 10 of these. Are really hard to get. That's the way we want to design them that way. You know, people, if individuals are able to get those, they have some serious bragging rights that they actually own that technology. Keep in mind this technology when you open up the box, customized boxes for both of them. Crystal Edge technology screens will be getting upgraded on the boxes, new boxes. They're also being upgraded on new containers, new labels, all that stuff. What else are we going to add real quick? And those boxes, we're going to certify these first, and then we're going to certify the other ones later. So inside your box, when you open it up, you get a certificate showing that your product has been certified and certified approved. Also, too, on top of that, you know, you'll get all the little cool stuff. We're going to be putting some cool stuff in there. It's going to be a really cool box. So when you open it up, you'll see that this one's going to cost some money, but like I said, it's worth it. Presentation is everything. So you'll see where everything fits nice and snug in that little box. That box will fit inside of the United States Postal Service box. The headache of figuring this all out is figuring out the size of a 32. 32 has to fit snug into the box. That box has to fit inside of the United States Postal Service box. So trying to get all that to connect the box within a box within a box was interesting. A lot of measurements, a lot of math, trying to figure out what's going to fit in this. So we found the perfect boxes are going to fit. So we have a graphic designer come in and put the designs on the box. The gamers are going to have a different displays on their box. The theater's going to have a different display on their box. Everything's going to be different. So it's going to be pretty cool. The 39s, like I said, they're going to have some beautiful artwork for their boxes too. And that's the Big Brother company. under the little brother, which is just these guys right here, which is under the black edition. Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. We're gonna have t-shirts, hoodies, jerseys, um, hats, all that stuff. Now I know we get the next. Say, well, no. Oh, yes, they will buy. Do you have any idea how fast this technology take off? We have in certain degrees have introduced this technology, but not to the way we're going to introduce when we jump offline. The reason why I knew this was a good idea, because I've had several customers walk through my house. And when they walk through and they see these screens, it's all shock and awe. When they come down to pick up their products and they're looking at that screen, and the first thing they ask is, can I touch the screen? It's amazing. They just stare at it. They don't have eye contact with me anymore. They're just staring at that screen. Now imagine 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, 500,000, a million staring at that screen in real time. And that's just the screen. We're not talking about the other technology we developed. Imagine you walking into a showroom, a printer shop, and you think it's going to be dark in there, because usually that's what you see when you saw, I think ABS Farms, I think it was, who did the setup in there, it was real dark. You walk into that environment and it's well lit, like downstairs. And you can watch the floor, fish. And again, look up at the ceiling and you can watch the galaxy explode and just move all around. I don't believe the galaxy exploded into existence, trust me. But anyway, you can see the galaxy move all around with the lights on. What's going to blow their minds the most is that, number one, the technology is black, because people are not used to seeing black screens at all, period. The fact that you can generate these screens in fully lit environments, another mind-blowing experience, because people are used to saying, hey, if you get a projector and you're stuck in the dark, that's the first thing that comes up. The way the color stays intact, it doesn't fade, it doesn't wash out. That's another mind-blower for them. How easy it is to apply the application. Anyone can do it, even a child can paint the screen. No expensive projectors required, which means you don't have to spend thousands of dollars for a machine just to get the image to look good, or painstaking calibrating nonsense. All True Short Throw compatible, which means you don't have to spend thousands of dollars for an extra screen just because it only works on ultra short throw. You can choose back and forth if you want. And beautiful, again, no worrying about expensive projectors, but your wife, girlfriend, friends, whatever, can sit there and read a book while you watch the game. It costs less for companies, a lot less. Because then, it's funny, because when I was at the doctor's office, I was walking around, I get kind of bored, and sometimes I leave the the doctor's room, and I take a walk around. And as I was walking around, I saw a conference room, and I saw one working in a conference room, and I was checking out the projector, very powerful, high-end, I think it's Optima or Panasonic 4K projector. Short though, of course, sitting right near the screen, and I was like staring at it. I was like, do you mind? I'm curious about the projectors, that's what I do for a living. And she was like, oh, sure. Now mine, this is probably like my 5,000, 6,000 lumen projector, sitting right up on top of the screen, short throw. She had to walk over to the light switch and turn it off to fire up that projector. That's a shame. A lot of money for that machine, and yet they had to go over and turn the lights out. That's protocol. That's what they believe at the end of the day, that they have to be in the dark. Where this technology, they wouldn't have never spent that much money for a projector to begin with. Probably did it for like $1,000, right? Way less than that. This projector's $270. But again, they figured they could get 6,000 lumens. We get a high-end projector, 4K. This is going to give us a better image. That's what it comes down to. Where they could have had all the lights on and paid for under $300 for their projector. You know how much money that would save them compared to probably about the $7 or $8 grand they probably dropped on that thing? When I saw that, that's the information right there. That's all I need to see. Thank you so much. I walked out of the room. So the promoter is the one who has the ability to walk into these facilities and talk to the right people and say, hey, look, this is what we have here. So and so and so. This is a company. We're doing so and so and so. One of those boxes, hand it over to them. We need you to try this out. Or we need to make an appointment or set whatever he does to get this done. It is in those particular doors that we need to get into. Like McDonald's. That upstairs technology we have upstairs on display that can push through glass, that shows a perfect image, that kills 99% of the lamp glare. It's fantastic for stores like that or restaurants like that because they can advertise a commercial right on the glass. And that's going to be a huge attraction for people to stare at because it's something they're not used to seeing. And that, my friend, is the reason why this corporation will become a multi-million-dollar corporation very fast. And of course, with that, we'll have board of directors, which will never happen in a million freaking years. Stocks will never happen in a million freaking years because, again, I don't believe in stock. Stock is extremely dangerous. Stock can rise a company through the roof, but also too can drop a company down to nothing. And I don't figure why someone would even need that much money to begin with. They were blessed to get like a couple of school contracts and this and that and the other, so and so and so. And we're moving along those lines and we're making that kind of serious money. Why would I need stock? I know people would like to buy into it, but no, it's not something I'm interested in to begin with. It's a tricky area. I have a brother of mine who was a big time stockbroker on Wall Street, made about 6-7 figures a year. He makes serious money. And it's a very tricky situation. I don't have time for the stress and all that stuff. Man, people kill themselves over stock. Look at this 1929 stock market crash. Insane. I would never kill myself over money, but still insane. And there's so many people involved. I want this company to grow, but I want full control over it. I don't want where we're going to have multi-branches all over the place. We don't want that. I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it sweet. That's what I want. And I don't want a bunch of yes men staring me in the face, telling me whatever they need to tell me, so that way they can keep their pockets lined with money. We're not having that. Or basically, we're not going to have that whole, we need to raise the prices because of, we're not going to do that nonsense. You can keep prices reasonable and float a company at the same time and take care of everybody without basically raising prices to the roof for excuses of saying, oh, we need to rise the prices because we need to make more money. Because no, you need to make more money because you want to pay for Rolls Royce or BMW, whatever you got planned at the end of the day. It's not going to happen. Period. The price is affordable for everybody. I understand that to explain to them that God runs this company. And when God runs this company, it'll work. It can be in the middle of a stock market crash and the company will run with no problem whatsoever because that is our protector and that is a co-founder of this company and all companies we ever develop are blessed to have. Let's put it that way. So that being said, people, I am 17 in. I have much work to do today and that's basically about it. So I got to get this area set up. Got to get the area over there. I got to get it all cleaned up, pulled out, mopped, swept, everything. Because we're going to be doing demonstrations on the 39s. I need to demonstrate the 39 for the ceiling and for that screen in there. And then we got a 150-inch 39 outside. We still got screens sitting outside. So we got 139, 39, 150-inch 39 outside. So I'm going to do some demonstrations off of that one too. We're going to get a BenQ short those for those, which is pretty fun. People ask me about all those all the time. Let me see. We're also going to be doing some projector mapping on the 39s. We have that too for projector mapping applications. Oh, I forgot. We have a 39 235.1. I keep forgetting we got these screens laying in the house. The dedicated theater room has a 235.1 on the wall, which I literally forgot we had in there. So I'm going to do that next. All right. So with that being said, back to work. I have much to do today. When I come back in, next demonstration we're going to be doing for this screen technology right here. As you can see, we got our sample sheets, everything set up. We're going to be doing one based on a difference between and why our products work. It's better than great products. At the end of the day, no, they will not be mentioned in these videos at all, period. And any other videos from here on in, from after what we've seen and witnessed. Over here, we have certified screens. We've got black paint. We have to do one of those demonstrations right there. And that short demonstration we're definitely going to need for the links for the marketplace shopping carts and also too for some other things. So you're seeing the certified demonstrations. All these ones you're seeing are going to be short and sweet because we need them for two purposes. We need them for the video players display on the website, and we also need them for the shopping cart so customers can come in and get tons of information right from the door. So right now we're just adding some new stuff to how we word things, how we're writing things in. I got to go through a spelling checker today, check all that, make sure everything's good with the grammar and all that. Probably got spelling mistakes in and all that good stuff. So got to get all that done. Once the site is finally completed, then we can activate the search engine wizard. That is a beautiful machine at the end of the day. That's the one that basically boosts your site, takes it to that next level. That's why at the end of the day, when you have these companies contacting you and telling you that, hey, look, we can put you on Google on the top of no, don't go near that nonsense. That's a complete scam. You can do that yourself. If you know how to tweak a search engine optimizer, the wizard, or whatever they call it, you know how to tweak that just right, yeah, you will pop up. And certain ways on how you key your information and you embed it to certain form sites and how you embed it to social media sites, you will pop up everywhere. That's why the minute Crystal Edge has been embedded everywhere. So the minute we type something in that site, all we have to do is go in and look for something. That's going to pop right up. No problem. If I put movie chairs, literally, Crystal Edge is so sensitive. If I literally type movie chairs in there and you look at movie chairs, our videos will pop up. Yeah, I freaking submitted the daylights out of that domain. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one too. Sit down, get a cup of tea, and basically start pulling up all different forms of search engines. There's an application that you can go through and you can actually put in your information for your company. A lot of people don't realize that, but you can do that. All right. We got to do, let's see. Then we got the tutorial videos we're going to be doing. So we're going to be building some modeled size fixed frame screens. We'll show you how to customize all different kinds of fixed frame screens, how to collapse all that stuff, outdoor screens. When we're doing that, we're doing a tutorial on, some people don't know how to use Projector Central, how to look for things. I don't get it in the same way I'm going to show you to navigate eBay. I know about navigating eBay because all my projectors literally come from eBay. But how to navigate eBay, what to look for, what not to look for, what to stay away from, stuff like that. That's a tutorial we're doing, so we can basically show you how to navigate stuff, what kind of LED lights to look for. I've bought tons of LED lights, and trust me when I tell you that I have more experience. I have LED lights running through the entire house. We use them for just about everything. And I bought just about every brand we can get our hands on, and I found some are extremely good, and some of them were actually nightmares at the end of the day. Will we have a blacklist on there? No, actually, we'll not have a blacklist on there. We'll have a list on there that will promote all the good merchants. That's what the link page is for. So we already have Projector Central in there, which I freaking love because I can click on Projector Central, especially if I'm building a customized 235.1, which is a very interesting screen, and I need precise measurements. Or may you have an area where a traditional screen is not going to fit and you have to do a custom build. Is fantastic for that. It's also fantastic for fax checking projectors, which we had to do before. You can go on eBay, and I've seen people list projectors having short throw lenses and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, that's not possible. And that projector, that's not virtually impossible. That doesn't even look like it could be short throw. You gotta be careful about that. So we'll go type in all that information and find out that that's not true, and that's not true, and that's true. Or it could be because the merchant himself doesn't know much about the projector, but I don't know how that's possible. Just Google the information on the projector, or go to put in specifications in Google, and it will bring up the exact specifications of the projector. So sometimes they could be adding stuff and they shouldn't. We will be doing also today on the screen a fake projector demonstration. We tell you to avoid fake and knockoff projectors at all costs. Avoid them. They are trash. I don't care if it's a Yapper, Yeeper, or whatever they call that projector. We've had 3 of those bad boys here. We had a cheaper version and a more up-to-grade version of it, and they were all trash. Those projectors, if you watch those demonstrations, have to be used. Any demonstration, you will never see them at a full screen size. You will never see them. Mainly, they will have to sit in the dark because they do not blow up. They don't have the limit to even put up on a black screen or any certified screen to pull. This is why when we watch demonstrations, people put these projectors, it is on a very light screen paint, or it will be on a white screen. That's it, and it will be in a dark environment. If you try to put the projector anyplace else, such like this, it's going to have some serious issues. Colors don't pull up correctly on them. The lenses are plastic and they're supposed to be glass at that. And majority of the projectors that they make, half of the peripherals on the back of your unit are not even hooked up to the main board at all, period. They're not even connected. They're just there for show. So that particular projector is garbage. I don't care who's did a review on it and when they did a review, it's a trash projector. Now, The only way you can use that projector, like I said, two areas you're going to be at. Gray screen, not a dark gray screen, not a darker, some people make darker products, not that. You will be on a light gray screen. The closer to white is the best you're going to do with that projector. And the worst thing about that is, it's not ambient light, you're not using that in a lit environment, you're not doing any of that. Sad thing about those projectors, sometimes you pull them out, the pixelation count starts to drop because someone will come up there and say, hey, the projectors are full 1080p when actually the projector's only 480. Majority of most of them run in the 480 range. 240, ugh, that'd be absolutely horrible. But 480, yes, it'll definitely be 480. 480 or 440, it's 240. No, it's 240 and it's 480. Those are the worst ones. But yeah, it'll be in that range right there. So no, I wouldn't go near that projector with a 10-foot pole, and anyone who's advertising that projector is supporting scammers because companies like that do not give you proper specifications on the projectors. They give you false specifications on the projector. And the sad thing about it, the consumer is tricked or duped into buying these things, and they end up with something completely trashy. Our technology only works on name brand projectors. Doesn't mean you have to go out and spend thousands of dollars for one. You could simply go out and spend the $270, or the projector we have there on the floor is $140, or the projector over here to the left of me on this side is, I'm afraid left or right, but this one over here is $150, and the ultra short throw projector I have sitting behind me that we can do on a 150-inch screen that some people have a hard time completing that challenge cost me $60. So yeah, you don't have to spend a lot of money. I had somebody come into a room and explain it crystal clear. He said that the money that you put on these old projectors, new projectors that claim to have all these bells and whistles that they will never ever achieve, you can get your basic 720p projector that will blow that out of the water and cost you far less. And we've done the test. We showed you. Not a good idea to go near those things. That's why you don't see Diamond, big certified companies in there showing off, hey, we got this projector Yabba, or we have this projector Kakuko, whatever. They don't mess with those things at the end of the day. They don't work. They know they don't work. That's why they don't touch them. I wouldn't touch those things with a 10-foot pole. Nah, stay away from those.
One because I hate delivery fees and I need to save money for when I get canceled.
None of our products, not even the 2.0s, will work on those things.
How would I even do that? Find out at Big National.
But then again, the 2.0 doesn't pick up on network gray, and it doesn't pick up on slip silver, it doesn't pick up on certified screens. There's a difference. Fade over this real quick. I want to see this real quick. People were asking about this, how does movies play? Movies are insane on this screen. I don't have any form of fire. What is phone still here? It's just over here. This is why I try to prep before I come on. Try to prep a little bit before we come on. Make sure we got everything here. We're also going to bring this in a 235.1 setting because we got that projector in here too also. The all black level you're seeing, pick up 100%. If I want, I can sit here and watch Batman with my lights on. All on a 2012 $270 projector. That's it. Doesn't make a difference if your lights are on and off. It doesn't change the screen. Technology is not affected by any light, neither the 39. But this one right here, 48, doesn't even phase the screen. That means when it comes down to probably on Wi-Fi. Anyway, When it comes down to sports bars, when it comes to, oh, I forgot about the sport bars. We're definitely going to run through that real quick. The sports bars, pretty much, they had to spend all this money for these expensive TVs. The reason why they spend the money for the TVs is because they put a big projection screen back there. The image, it looks like sport bars. Sorry about that. To see that. Walk back down like Dave and Buster's. Oh man, I saw that screen back there. I was like, oh, that's a waste of money because I was looking at the projector. And always this time, once you tell me what you do, nah, I'm on break. I don't want to be bothered with. It's gonna be different this time. Mr. Bird's gonna walk in there with a business card. Always carry one of those little packages on. So here you go. Check this out. This is our technology. What would look like. And here we can light this entire place up, set this up, and all that money you spent for that projector was a waste of money. And come in here and back up 100%. That means they can put 250 inch. They could, well, it's a big screen having a bar with it, but that still would be insane. They're going to watch the game on a 250. Yeah, it's craziness. Or they can do 180 inch, or they can do 120 inch. Doesn't make a difference. The thing at the end of the day is they're going to be able to watch a full game in there in a fully lit environment, and it's going to cost them next to nothing to do it. Way less than what they're going to be charging. And the reason why they had the white screen in there, because I'm pretty sure they went to a certified company and looked at their screens like, gee, it's $5,000 for a freaking 100 inch? And what's it going to cost if we do 120 inch or 150 inch? What would that cost you? They can put 150 inch in that display, and it would cost them that kind of money at the end of the day. And again, that can cost them a lot of money for a projector, and they'll be getting an excellent image with no problem whatsoever. And that's going to save them a lot of money. So I was in David's and Buster's. I was looking at the screen, and I was noticing that the bar back there, everything else was well lit. In that particular area where they had the screen at, it was dark back there. Because again, the white screen, the minute you turn it on, the projector, I don't care if you got 7,000 lumens, the problem is that if you have 7,000 lumens, you literally have 7,000 lumens of extra light nailing the screen, which is washing the screen out even faster. It's having a hard time working in the environment right now. They're going to introduce to an extra 7,000 lumens on top of that. So that's the problem they're going through. And I can walk back there with my sample sheet and just go right against the wall and go, here you go. That's the difference. I want to share our sample sheet displays too. Let me see. Let me go grab. Oh, I keep forgetting we're on freaking PC. So used to going, hey, so used to doing that. Let's see. I don't like to talk about stuff and not back it up. I don't do that. So let's grab something for some football highlights. Even soccer, people are requesting soccer, boxing, everybody's been requesting all kinds of stuff. So we'll do a little bit of that because we're going to do a sports kind of display.
I join everyone to be frugal because I'm famous, but not famous. You know, I'm more like that guy from that thing, famous. So saving money is pretty clutch for me.
That's my little light to the.
This year, Prime Members get holiday deals before anyone else.
Okay.
Which means you're kind of a big deal. The Prime Early Access Sale on October.
Gaming cafes? Oh, yeah. We can't wait to run over those too. Those are going to be amazing. That Fusion Gamer is a beast. There we go.
So here are Brady and the Bucks. Bacon looking to throw, going deep, and he's got a big completion on first down.
So those you have man caves, sports bars, all that good stuff. Yeah. And stuff too, because I don't want to overshadow the Crystal Edge company with this technology.
Get a first down. Long-time Cowboy with the Bills last few catches last season. Out of the eye, it's a fake. Brady locking it. Kyle Rudolph, the first night, and he's been inactive.
I can imagine having this year's sports bar at 100 inches on display. Can you imagine the attraction you're going to bring in, the revenue you're going to bring in from this technology? So you have those little TVs up there that are costing you a ton of money. You can basically set up a 150-inch display in your bar, and the thing about this is bigger than what anybody else will have at their house. You can have a 150-inch screen, black display. They will come in there fast, just being black itself. When that image pops on, all doubt disappears out of the room, and they're just fascinated by the technology. There you go, people. That's what I'm saying. The time that the individuals were spending around, wiggling their fingers, and around. Mr. Bird sat here patiently and mastered the craft. So I can move to the next stage because I saw a bigger picture. I couldn't care less, like I said before, restaurants, I don't care about that. It's all about the big picture. So now, the stage that I will land on will say, hey, I want to go to Dubai, private jet, limousine, which I'm going to do, like I said, I have money. But if I want to do that, that option is there for me. If I want expensive, I have that option now because this technology will take it to the next level. Reason why we have to leave this area and this plan because this area was only designed for testing. I have the room, the design was indoor and outdoor, but now I need to mingle. I need to put the suit back on. I need to be able to make meetings. I need to set up my technology professional, and I need to go to that next level. That's where we'll be at. That's when we go into these bars and going and sitting down and meeting with these ministers, displaying this technology and showing them why they need to go with us and us only. And if any certified company that they may be doing business with is not going to take it out. That's the message. Certified companies at the end of the day. It's not hard for me to walk into an establishment and see a little screen. I can overpower your screen easily and show them at the day that I will cost them far less money. They don't have these expensive projectors, and they can be in a real ambient light environment. There's nothing you can do about it. All right, that's basically about it for me. I got to continue on. We have a lot of work to do before we can leave out of this place, and we have to go to the next level. All right, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Oh, and I forgot, most importantly, people, it's all about the customers because the customers are going to get amazing technology, screens that actually freaking work. Not that, oh, you got to be stuck in these dark ambient light environments and you're subjected to buy this projector and you got to calibrate the projector and you got to blah, 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 blah. No, none of that nonsense. Paint the screen and you're done. Set your projector up, make your popcorn, invite your family in, and enjoy. That's what it's about. All right, gotta go. Thank you all. And of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, always blessing us with amazing technology. Gotta go.